Welcome to the Vergata. For those for you that are on site, for those that are just attending from remote. I'm Gianni Nicolini. I'm a professor of finance and I'm the coordinator of the Bachelor in Business Administration and Economics. Thank you for coming. The idea of this meeting is just to give you an overview about the course, the program itself, and the main content of the course. So just to help you to understand what is the BI, what is inside the BI, what is the aim of the course, and its structure. So to make you able to make a choice that is as much as aware as possible. We know that just shopping around is always positive in economics. So if I just collect information from different programs, this is something that can help me to make the best choice for my case. Just an idea about, just probably a few sentences about the structure of the Italian university, the Italian system that is based on two levels since the reform we have a few years ago. So we have the first level that is what is in English term is the bachelor level, and it's a 3 years program. After that, you may want to go on with the second level that include usually an additional two years. So it's a 3+2 complete program. Even if after the first 3 years can be the education process can be completed with directly a master, because there are masters of first level and second level. The first level is the one that is accessible for students that completed the 3 years program as the bachelor. So the idea is the 3 bachelor +2 a master course, or a 3 plus 1 year of the master directly. Someone else prefer to make 3+2, then go on with an executive master or with a PhD program that is the additional, probably the third level of the education. So we are a bachelor level. So hello, welcome. So with the bachelor level means that the natural students, the typical students we have are students that just completed the high school and are approaching a college or a university. It's a 3 years program. Is a course that is in the Faculty of Economics. Even if we will see that the BI will have the first 2 years that is common for the students that are more interested in business administration and those that are more interested in economics. Probably once you start your program, you have not even a clear idea about the differences between study business and study economics, because even the media tend to use the two words as interchangeable. So what is in economic issues is a business issues. Once you start to study in the Faculty of Economics, you realize that business is one thing, so economics is one thing, so finance is another thing. So in the first 2 years, we have a program that will include the same courses for the one interested in business, the one interested in economics. In the third year, we have the chance to customize the program as you prefer, choosing one of the two specialization, one of the two majors that can be business administration in one case and economics in the other. However, the structure is much more flexible than simply the two levels. So what is BI? As we told you, it's a 3 years program characterized by 2 curricula. The small code you have in front, so the T16 and the T17s are the ones used by the Minister of Education just to make comparison between different programs. Essentially, the 2 courses are pretty close to each other. One is more focused on business, the other more on economics. The structure of the course, as I already told, the first and second year student acquire the basic concept of economics, generally speaking economics, but involve economics, business, and finance. After the 2 years, you can choose between one or the two or the second major. So you can choose to specialize in business administration or to specialize in economics. You don't need to choose at the beginning, because probably at the beginning you don't have even the full set of information, the awareness about the choice between one and the other. So after 2 years, probably you will be much more confident in order to make a choice between a major in business or a major in economics. Let's go directly to the point. So which are the courses that I will study if I decide to apply to the BAE? We have the first and the second year that are the one that include the two measures. So regardless of the fact that you will be interested in economics or business, the first 2 years are common because the two measures of the program are not completely different. We are not studying engineering and philosophy, but economics and business administration show several similarities. The first year is based on fundamental knowledge, so fundamental of business administration. So probably you will start from the concept of a company, what is a company, how to run a business, which are the main knowledge you need to run a business, something about even accountancy, so what is a balance sheet, how it works, how it helps the manager to take a decision. Then we have other fundamental that is about economics, so microeconomics. Microeconomics is the first course you have anytime you address economics for the first time. So it is the decision at the micro level. So the relationship between parties that can be even individual. So once a consumer decides to take a decision, you know that economics is the science, is the discipline more than a science, that address the management of resources. So once I have some resources, which is the best way to allocate my resources? For instance, which is the best way to use my salary? Should I spend? Should I save? If I spend, which is the best way to spend? Which is the selection process I should apply to take a spending decision? What about the saving decision? What if the resource is about the company? So in that case, how should I allocate my resources, my capital, in which area of business, in which kind of processes, high-tech, healthcare system, or what else? Microeconomics address from the very basic, so the micro level, the small part of economics. Then we have some mathematics because we are at the college, we're at the university, so it's not just about concept, but we need even to measure something. Anytime you deal with science, you need to have some numbers. We work on evidence, we work on data, on analysis, and the basic knowledge about these analyses are essential. Then we have something about computer skills, because we don't use anymore, not even the calculator, everything is on computers. Hey, welcome. And we need to manage a computer and the main softwares, even just the package for editing, for presenting. So we don't want to make any advertising, but if you know the Microsoft package, how to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, all the software that are just basic tools for any kind of business. And uniform private law, because we live in a system that is based on rules, on laws, so the basic knowledge about the legal system is something that you need if you want to run a business, your own personal business, or if you want to work for a company at the local level or in an international level. Second year is what? In the second year, we go on with quantitative methods. That is somehow the more specific part of what has been introduced in mathematics, and involve even some part of any quantitative methods. But technically, we can just simplify as statistics. So how to deal with numbers, how to extract information simply from data, and how to take a financial decision that are evidence-based. Then we have macroeconomics. So in that case, after we deal with the small problems with micro, we deal with the macroeconomics. So how the economic system works, how the government take a decision, how a company interact with other companies. What about the competitive market? What about a monopoly in the economy? What's the consequences once we have more or less competition? And so it's economics at the system level, at the macro level. Then we have European corporate law. So once you're dealing with the local system, it's time even to refer to systems that are not just national based, but are more in international framework. We have Introduction to Finance that I know pretty well because I'm the teacher for Introduction to Finance. So once you know how to manage resources, that is economics, there are a special kind of resources that are money. So how to manage a problem from a financial point of view, from a monetary point of view. We start from the concept of money. We go on talking about several financial products, securities, bonds, stocks, that can be an investment tool as a private investor, as an individual. Bond stock can be a capital raising tool if I'm running a business. So if I need money to enlarge my business, if I just have a brilliant idea and I want to start my startup, how can I raise funds? Which is the option that I have? How can I deal with banks? All the questions are the ones we address in Introduction to Finance. Then we have economic history, financial accounting, game theory, so other content that address additional topics to the knowledge that is required to study advanced courses. Advanced courses are the ones we have at the third year. So at the end of the second year, you have to take the decision to go on and choose between business administration, that probably is the part that is more related with the business side. So be an entrepreneur, or be a manager, become a manager, or do manager in the public sector, in the private sector, or in the public sector. So whatever is my inspiration, if it's more related to business, probably the T16, business administration, can be my choice. If I'm more interested to work, for example, in any economic, macroeconomic entities, like, I don't know, any Minister of Finance, or the Minister of Economics, or any big companies that deal with maybe international companies, or other organizations, international organizations as the OECD, or the World Bank, or the Central Bank, so Bank of Italy. In that case, maybe my interest will be more close to economics. Or maybe NGOs, where even the third sector, that is another possible output for those that study economics. So I want to just contribute to the world with my knowledge in I don't know, helping poor countries to develop. In that case, how to develop a country that is a developing countries is something that takes from economics a lot of useful contents. What's the difference between the two? We still have some similarities, because two exams of the two curricula are still the same. Industrial organization and marketing is something that are included in both the courses. After that, there is a difference. In the case of business administration, the measure of these courses, the measure of this program is based on courses on corporate and business strategy, contract and obligation law, business organization, financial analysis. These are the core that make this course, this major, this curriculum special respect to the other. The other is based on Introduction to Econometrics. So econometrics is the discipline that tries to apply statistics and quantitative methods in the case of economy. How to measure metrics the economy. Mathematical finance, if I want to be more advanced in the data analysis, small data or big data, this is something that probably I need. Then public economics and policy, quantitative methods 3. Then in both cases, you have 2 optional courses. So even if you choose one of the 2, you can still make a fine-tuning in your journey and complete your program with 2 optional courses. Those courses, optional, we say optional not because you can do or not, but you can choose what you will study. How can I choose? Which is the set of courses that I can choose? First of all, maybe you like one course of the other program. So maybe I choose business administration, but I would like to take a course in Introduction to Econometrics. Can I do it? Yes, because the 2 courses optional can simply be the 2 of the other program. You can pick two that you like it. This is something you can do. Of course, even the opposite. I study economics, but I'm quite interested in business organization. So in that case, you can complete your program adding one or two of the courses of the other program. Otherwise, you have a long list of alternatives. So you can choose to study service marketing. You can study retail management, principle of corporate finance, entrepreneurship and business model. So in that case, you can focus on what you really like the most in the topics of the program. So is that all? No, you have even an additional degree of freedom. So you can and you have to even to add some other credits. Credits is the standard metrics we have in the educational system. I think even the high school level now you have credits, so it's the same. Higher is the number of credits, higher is the relevance, the size of this course. We have some credits, in that case 6 credits, that is somehow the standard average size of a single course. 6 credits that are related with other activities or alternative activities. What does it mean, alternative activities? It means that they can be an additional course. So I can pick up one of the options we have. Maybe I like finance, and I'm so passionate about finance that I want to study trading techniques. How to trade stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies. How can I do? Which are the main techniques? In that case, you can choose this course that will give you 3 credits. It means that I have an additional 3 credits that I can spend studying something different. Maybe I want to spend my credits studying, preparing for a GMAT. GMAT is an exam, essentially, that assesses your ability in mathematics, general mathematics, but it's something that most of the master level at the local level, so if you want to go on with the master level in Rome, in Italy, or on international level, so if I want to go study in New York, London, Paris, most of the time, it can happen quite frequently that they ask you to show your score at this test. GMAT is the preparation for this test. So if I'm already have a clear plan, after my bachelor, I want to go on and I want to take a master abroad. They require GMAT. I can invest part of my time in the bachelor to be ready to pass this test and be ready to go in another university, to be enrolled in another program. Then we have many other activities. You can have a course on MATLAB. MATLAB is a software, it's a quite powerful software to analyze data. So I'm more interested in data analysis. I already did all the courses we have on data analysis. I want to move on and even be more skilled in this area. Or what? Or we can even have additional experience. Maybe I want to complete my program with a stage that I will do an internship that I will do in a company. We can promote some of them. So maybe you're interested to have an experience in a company. You will be awarded with some credits that can be spent in the 6 credits you have in this program. Or what? Maybe I already did some experience that are somehow eligible to be rewarded with some credits. Maybe I did some internship in the past in some companies and I just proved that I did it. We can recognize this credit as something that you already accomplished. Or I want to, I did some other experience, I don't know, as a language certificate. So I proved that my English level is far beyond the minimum necessary to attend the course. We will say something about that. So I'm a master in finance, in English finance, so I'm pretty good in that, and I have certificates that prove it. In that case, that certificate will be rewarded with some credits. I can attend a course about fintech, so everything that is that involve finance and technology. Some activities are activities that we promoted, we offer. So if I don't have an internship, if I don't know how to find a company, but I need these six credits, those 6 credits are provided by us. So you have the chance to complete your program with something we provide. But if you want to make different experiences, we are open to recognize those experiences in your program. Of course, we expect experiences that match with the program. So if, I don't know, if you like to extreme sports, in that case, it's quite hard to say that practicing bungee jumping is something that helps you to be skilled in economics. Maybe it can be something for risk management. That is a topic, but we expect something that is more close to the program. Okay, why to study in our university and why to study at the BAE and not in another program? So which are the main reasons we think a potential candidate, a potential student should consider when decide to apply to our program? Our program is a program that has not been planned to be an Italian course taught in English. Everything is based in order to be a course, a program provided by a European or, if you prefer, an international universities to an audience that is international. So we like to say that is studying abroad remain in your country. So it doesn't mean that if you study outside the Italian border is something by definition better than something that you can study in Italy. In that case, we don't like to think as an Italian university that approach Italian students, maybe somebody that are not Italian. We are just open to an audience that is an international audience. So maybe I don't want to go abroad to study, or maybe I cannot go abroad to study. The BAE, we think, is an option to study abroad without to go abroad. So our structure is based on international programs. Our teacher has international teaching experiences. Most of us teach at the same time in our universities and other universities. Some of them are even foreign universities, so at the same time, mostly in some part of the year, you teach here in Rome, some other part of the year you are teaching in the US, in England, or in Holland, or in other countries. So the contents are based on international programs. The teaching methods are based on international programs, simply because the teachers are international teachers. At the same time, we host teachers that come from abroad. So we are even part of exchanges program where colleagues that work in other universities or in other entities, because we have even people that come from the industry, come here to teach a course, or maybe to propose a seminar series. So you have an intensive period, maybe a couple of weeks, where you have several seminars proposed by those colleagues. We have Brian Hurst that come from Oxford. We have Wojciech that come from Poland. Other colleagues come from Skopje in Macedonia. Mirko come from Serbia. Then we have other colleagues that come from the industry. So Stefano Lombardi is the manager at Accenture, and Filippo Camuso is a special manager at Randstad. So we try to combine colleagues coming from other universities and experience that come directly from the industry. So are you interested in business management, in a strategic organization? In that case, we have somebody that works as a consultant on this area. Those are just a few examples of colleagues that are that are part of the program more closely. But the visiting scholars from outside, from abroad, is something that tends to be a constant, but we try to change, to give even students a different experience. If you remain in the program for 3 years, that's what we expect. We don't like people that remain too much. So 3 years is fine, but we like that, we appreciate that you are pretty fine in our university, but we think that 3 years is the timing of the program. So we like that you complete on time and you will be ready to do other experience in our university, in other university, or anywhere else in the world. But if you are here in 3 years, it means that in the first year you will take benefit from some visiting scholars. The second year we have new visiting scholars you can have, so you can be even more contaminated to other university teachers, other methods, other contents. So in 3 years, every year tend to be a bit different than the other in terms of visitings. Is the BIO international program? Yes, it is for its structure. It is the inner nature of the program that tend to be international. But if you like to make an experience that is even more international, I want to physically go abroad, how can I do it? You can do it in different manners. You can be part of the Erasmus Plus program. It means that you can spend 3 to 6 months in a university that is in Europe. We have many exchange programs with maybe more than 10, 15 European universities. So I can spend 6 months in Spain, in France, in the UK. And in that case, you will do some exams that are in your program, but you will do it abroad. You will attend the course abroad and you will do the exam abroad and will be recognized by our system. I want to go even further. So the overseas program. Overseas can be a sort of Erasmus Plus that is not just limited to the European framework. I want to go out and spend 6 months 6 months to 1 year, I think. Up to 1 year in the US, you can do it. In China, you can do it. In Korea, I have just a student that now is I'm supervising as a supervisor of the thesis, but we just keep in touch in the morning time because she's in Seoul, in Korea. So 8 hours of time zone difference just makes some constraints in order to make an appointment. But in that case, you can even more personalize your program, spending up to 1 of the 3 years in another country. Then we have the dual degrees opportunities. Dual degrees make the relationship between universities even closer, even more tight than just an exchange in Erasmus Plus or the overseas. It means that I can plan to spend 1 year, that's the standard for the dual degree, in another university, and at the end of my 3 years, I can grant 2 different degrees. So I will be awarded as a degree from the BI in Rome to Vergata, and I can be awarded with the second bachelor degree from the University of St. Petersburg or the University of Skopje in Macedonia that we have. And we are now currently extending our program, our dual degree program with another university in Germany. So we are growing even in terms of relationship with other universities for double degree. Double degree is much more advanced than just an Erasmus Plus, because I will not just have a couple of exams. I will have probably an entire year of my program spent physically abroad, and then I will be recognized with 2 degrees and not even 1. The one from Rome and the one in the other hosting university. We are even part of the YUFE, so the Young University for Europe, for Future Europe. That is an association, just a cooperative group of young university. The concept of young for university is not the one we have as human being, because a university is considered young if it is below 50 years from the establishment, the establishment of the university. So Vergata is now celebrating the 40 years because it's been established in 1982. So we still have 10 years to remain young. After that will be probably an adult university. And this gives us a network of universities that has somehow a preferred link with Vergata, and we have a preferred link with them. After that, what can we offer as a university to our students? We have many other facilities that can help you to express your potential, can help you to make a better performance at the exam. Yes, but university is not just pass an exam and pass another exam. It is an experience that should make you able to grow as an individual. In that case, we have our library. We have study rooms. So if I don't want to go and back from my house or my apartment once I finish my classes. If I have classes in the morning, I want to remain here and study directly here. We have spaces, a study room that are dedicated for that. I need to search something on computer I don't want to use, or I don't have my own computer. You have the computer service room that give you the chance to access, of course, the internet, but to access all the resources we have in terms of database or platform or informational platform, or even contents that are digital. So I don't need to physically have a book, but if I access from the university already had the access to the digital version of the book. So in that case, I have access to something that otherwise should be just based on the fees. University pay already for all the fees to access these contents. We have a language laboratory because, okay, maybe if I'm enrolled in a program that is everything based in English, maybe I already have some at least basic English skills. But maybe I want to improve even in my English. I have the chance to do it with a language laboratory. Erasmus Office, if you want just to plan your Erasmus journey, which are the options, which universities offer which course, all of this information and all the planning of Erasmus program is just guided by our staff. Then, okay, if you like sports, we have even our university sports center. We have shuttle buses from from the metro station and many other services. So, okay, in that case, okay, we complete this part, then we will open the floor to question. If I guess you have some question, or we will address even some topics or the standard question like how much skilled in English I have to be in order to attend with profit my course. Do I have to speak like I don't know, like an English businessman? No, we will say that is not so tough. But once you complete your program, what's the alternative you have? How the bike can help you to develop your personality, to develop as a human being. In that case, after the 2 years, most of our students go on and decide to study at the master level. This is the standard procedure. Is it the only option we have? Maybe not, but it's the most preferred one. So in that case, how the bike can make the difference compared with other programs? First of all, as I told you, the teaching tools, the teaching methodologies, the background of the teacher is already international. So if I want to make the jump after my bachelor and go abroad and complete my education abroad, in that case, you will not suffer any difference in terms of approaching in teaching or methodologies or the way we do the exam. So I will be already ready to make an experience abroad. Is the fact that my course is in English a plus if I do an application to an international university? Our experience is that yes, because you don't have to prove that I know English enough, my English level is enough to participate in a program that is in English. You can prove it, simply say that my entire course at the bachelor level was already in English. So it's a plus that it's something that gives a plus because if I want to go on and study in English, I already did it. If I would like to be selected by a competitive international programs, the fact that I already studied English is absolutely appreciated. What if I'm not really good in English, but I can understand, I can basically communicate in English? In that case, we think that the bike can be not, for us, it's not an issue, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity that I think we give you. Because in any language is like practicing a sport. If I don't train, I don't improve. That's the same. How can I improve my English skills if I speak every day in Italian or in my own language if you're not Italian? In that case, it's quite difficult. You should have a very iron will to practice by yourself. What if, on the contrary, I have to attend classes every day that are in English, interact with other people that speak English, because we have a high percentage of our students that are not Italian. So in that case, I'm an international community by definition. So if I want to interact, to study, even just to go out on Friday night with my colleagues of university, I have to speak English. I have to do exams that are in English. In that case, is the chance to solve the problem of the language. If I do it every day, I will improve by definition. So it's a chance to even learn not only about business economics, but even to learn about your English skills, to improve your English skills. At the end of the 3 years, what? We say that most of the time, our students want to go on and study in other university or at the higher level. We have even a fraction of our students that remain at Vergata because we have even master level courses that are in English. But otherwise we suggest even job opportunities. So if we can help you to find a job, because that's your will, we will provide any offer that we receive as a university. Once you have a strong link with the business, with the industry, we already developed a very good reputation. So if a company that is somehow one of our stakeholders, one of our community group, if they need some young resources and they think that a bachelor level is enough to take this position, they simply keep in touch with us and we forward the information to our students. The reason why they do it, the reason why they prefer us to other or include Vergata in their panel of universities to keep in touch with is because we prove that our students has quality. So if I choose Vergata, is a signal of quality. So I know that a student from Vergata is a very good student. That's what I think we achieved. We have, of course, career events. So sometimes we have sometimes on a regular basis, but not every day. Of course, we have a couple of times a year. We have meetings with companies that just present themselves, collect curricula from students. That can be something that will turn into a job opportunities immediately, or can be something that will turn in the future job opportunities. So we try to link the university to the industry, even if, as I told you, most of the time a bachelor degree is something that is spent as the access to a master degree. This is the most common path for our students. So, if you want to complete, we say that the bachelor, the BA is something that can boost your international career. Yeah, that's our way of thinking. Now, I think that the main feature of the program was in the presentation. But before to open the floor to questions, I hope you will have. I hope there will be many. I just tell you that we have even an insider from the program, because we have even one of our students that we invited to receive questions, or during the presentation, but probably even after the presentation. Sometimes as an attendee, I don't like to make question, or I think that the question is not a nice question. I would like to speak with somebody that is already part of the program, so doesn't have any conflict of interest, because maybe I'm just thinking that they are trying to selling a product, so they will never show the dark side of the product. If you have any of these afraid, we have our insider that will be ready for any question.
If someone needs, I will of course leave you my contact, like for example email. Feel free to contact me for everything. No worries.
Okay, this number. No, this is something we will talk about in a while, but I think we have contacts even at the end. So I will turn. Okay, so I hope you appreciate this presentation, but for any further question, feel absolutely free to keep in touch with us. You can do it in different manner. You can send an email to me directly. I check the email many times a day, except when I'm doing presentation or I'm teaching. We have the administrative office, the program manager, Sylvia, and I think, yes, even the Georgia email. Please don't share the email of Georgia to the world because it's not nice, but if you send an email and you specify that you are interested to the program, I guess Georgia will not just discard in the trash box.
I will respond to everyone, no worries.
Okay, so we will say something about the selection procedure in a while. Something that is relevant is the number of students we accept every year. We can accept up to 200 students every year. We do it in different rounds. The first round will be over in the end of April, and in that case, we will accept the first 100 students of the program. In that case, we reserve 35 positions to non-EU resident students. So people that are from outside the US, they can come from, sorry, the US, the EU, the European Union. They can be even from the US. We have one student this year that is American, but now is in Italy, and he appreciates the fact that the course is in English. So we have even outside EU, it means even America. But those positions are just reserved to people that are not from the European Union, because we want to be more open. We know that some countries has not a very good educational system, and we want even to give the chance to people that are living in countries where the educational system is not as good as others to have the chance to come here and study in our program. Of course, 35 positions on 200. What if we select less than 35? It can happen that we have more application, but we need to have a minimum threshold of knowledge to access. So we don't think it's fair to make the access to the university to someone that is maybe not still ready to attend university. In that case, we recommend to complete some educational program, to attend some courses, then to apply again the next year. What if we accept only 20 of these 35? The remaining 15 will be will be available for any students, regardless the nationality, regardless if they are Italian, if they are Brazilian, or whatever they are. Then we'll include in the second round. In the second round, we will address the additional 100. If at the end of the second round we still have open position, so after the first and the second, we have 170 students eligible to be enrolled. So if they want, we accept it. What about the remaining 30? The remaining 30 places can be placed in the third round. So should I have to apply in the first, in the second, in the third? Our suggestion is to apply as early as possible, because in that case, you can be selected if you have your ticket. If you want, you can enroll in the program. It's more or less like ticketing for any events, sport events. If I'm first in line, I better to be behind the line. Okay, about the application. So what can I do? What should I have to do to apply, and what is the procedure to apply? Is something that I will leave the floor to Sylvia in a while. But before that, I would like to check if you have any question, if I was not clear in some points and you want to go back, or you need more details. Yes, we check even by Teams. Oh, that's the point. That's the point. Pandemic was horrible, but we tried to take out something positive from that. And the positive things is that we are providing access to our classes even from remote. So during the pandemic, we had to turn everything online. We tried to don't simply make the traditional class on the web, but we try to change our methodology, our approach to make the class as interesting as the standard one. So we need to reshape the classes, the methodology, the tools. After we did it, we just realized that, yes, it worked, but what if we go on providing a service that is beyond the traditional class? In that case, what we are doing now is to teach in a blended mode. So if you want, you can come in class. Now we don't have any restrictions, so we have available seat for all of our students. So you can come here and interact personally with the teacher. What if today I can go to the university? In that case, you can remain at home and the streaming of the classes will be in real time for all the students that want to attend from remote. What if I have some inconvenience and I was not able to be in class, I was not able to attend online by streaming? In that case, the recording of the class will be available for up to 90 days after the end of the course. Doesn't mean that I can attend the course as I see a Netflix series. We don't like this idea. But for some reason, I was sick for 1 week. The 4 classes of that week can be just recovered, just coming back to the videos. After that, of course, if I have some question, I can just keep in touch with the teacher. We are planning to remain in this blended mode even after the end of the pandemic, because we think it's a plus for our students. What we try to avoid is to create or just to make our student be too lazy. So yes, it's fine if I can stay at home. I don't need to take a bus. I will save time. Yes, but we think that university is an experience. So in that case, if I have a teacher that are in front of me, if I can make a question directly, if I want to go on this topic after the end of the class for a few minutes, or just have a coffee and discuss about the single topics, this is something you can do only if you are here. More or less, it's like go to the theater. Yes, I can see a theater show on TV, but it's not the same. So if I can, or if I want to go in a rock concert, yes, I can watch the movie, I can see on TV, but it's not the same. The live experience is better. So we are trying to figure out how to give an incentive to use the online only as a lender or last resort. So something that can help me if I cannot be on site, but on site should be my main option. However, this is something, the blended mode is something we'll guarantee until the end of this academic year, because we have students that, due to the pandemic, are already in trouble with traveling. If I'm from India, I cannot come to Rome. I have a problem with my visa. I still have some restriction, or if I'm from other countries. In that case, we'll still guarantee that you can attend everything online. At the end of this year, we will try to move more close to the on-site teaching with the chance to attend even online. So something that will be more focused on the on-site teaching than the other. Okay, any question from?
They can use the hand option if they want from Teams.
Okay, so you can just check if we have some interaction from remote. Any question? Curiosity? Nasty question? I'm ready for everything.
We don't buy.
No, we don't bite. Not today. Okay, I will make a question. How did you know about the parent? So if you're here, you had some information. How did you write to us? What was the process? What was the main driver? I would like to study economics. That's the first thing. I would like to study in English. That's the first thing. I don't want to study.
You want to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to study economics in English, so I searched in universities in Rome, and I found so this course.
So the main thing was economics in English. After that, if I have something in Rome, I guess you are from Rome.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, can be ideal because I don't have to spend money, go out, and so on. Okay, that's already an economic decision. I know that I achieve what I want, and I can do it in an effective way because I can save all the costs you have to live in another city. Good. So did you use just Google?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So keep notes in the Google works. Google works. Yes. Sorry? Sorry, I have to go. Okay, your professor of economics. Okay, at the high school. Okay. So even teacher is a good way to do it.
So no one was in Vergata. You want to organize it at the university?
Because we have some programs, some events that we call Porta Aperte, open door, when we present all the programs of the faculty. So it was not your case. Okay. Okay. Open door sucks. Okay. Okay. Is the content representation does it fit with what you had in mind about the program, or you just found something completely different? If you had any expectation, maybe you are just here to know something then without any expectation. Okay, maybe I'm too aggressive, so I will not go on. But I remember that Georgia will remain here after me and Silvia will go out just to make a question that are not nice to say in an open floor, or I don't want to do it because I prefer not to do it. Okay, so I will just leave the floor to Silvia that will explain any details about the selection procedure. So how to make the test that we need to select our students in our program.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Silvia Papuani, I'm the program manager. So if you will be enrolled in IPAE, I will be your responsible. You can take advantage of me to ask whatever you want in terms of calendar, exam, admission, evaluation, and so on. So how can you be admitted to the program? We have two steps. They are mandatory, and you have to do it within the deadline that we set on the call for application. So you have to take the English Talkie test. This is a test that CISIA will offer to all the partner university. It's 36 questions based on mathematics, logic, and verbal comprehension. The maximum is 36, with a test at least 10 out of 36 to be eligible. The minimum score does not imply that you will be directly admitted. We say that you can be admitted, because the final ranking will be based on the total applicants' final response. Together with the English Toolkit, we request you to do the selection procedure on the Delphi platform. It is not important what you do first. The important thing is that you will do both the step within the deadline set in the call. So for the current round, you have to do everything within April 3rd. The English Talkie test can be taken in every partner university. So if you don't find your spot at the Vergata, you can do it also in other universities. Then remember to do the graduate procedure just to say that you are interested in our bachelor.
Okay, so technically it works like a driving license. If I want to drive a car, I need a driving license. If I have a driving license, doesn't mean that I drive the car because I need the car. So the test gives you the driving license. Once you have the driving license, you can go in any university that accepts this driving license. In our case, we will just make a ranking that is based on your score. So if you take a higher points, there is more likely that we can select it, because we will just make a ranking and we will cut for the first 100 in the first round, the other 100 in the second round. If you still have places, we will make it in the third round. And the test is something, as Silvia told you, the driving license, the test is something you can directly do here, because we have some date where we have some tests, or you can have it even in other university. For this year is online.
Yes.
So it means that to make the test at Vergata or to make a test in another Italian university or that participate to this test is exactly the same. So if you cannot do the test the day we propose, you can take your driving license in another university and then spend here at Vergata. You could do even the opposite. We hope you will spend the test here and not in another university. But in a nutshell, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sid.
If you want to do the test in Vergata, now we have opened a date on April 12. There are still available spots, so if you want, you can register for the date. You will do everything on the CISIA website. So you will register on CISIA, you will select the date, you will pay €30 for the test. Within the CISIA website, you will find all the simulation and practice tests. So you can practice online on CISIA. Some of you already told me to ask if there is the necessity to buy a book. I don't think you have to spend all the money for alpha test. You can find everything online. For what regards to the Delphi, together with your data, we will ask you also to upload a curriculum vitae. We know that you are high school students, so we do not request a professional curriculum. It's just to show the activities you are going to do or you are doing outside the high school. So we will check if you have done some volunteering experience, some part-time job, alternanza scuola-lavoro, if you have some language certificate, but do not worry, we do not want anything special, so just to show what you have done during your academic career.
Yeah, so if you never have any job experience, don't be worried. We are not looking for a job position. We are looking for potential outstanding students. So it's a potential that is interesting. So even if you practice sports, if you play piano or whatever experience just represent your personality, your potential is something that would be appreciated. But we don't expect 10 years experience in a bank. That's not the way it works, because of course that's not our target.
So the ranking will be based on your English third year result and the CB points. So we will evaluate the CB up to 10 points. So the final ranking will be the sum of these results. We do not request any application fee because you already paid for the English third year, so you will pay €30 directly to CISIA. On the Delphi, you do not have to pay anything more. So you will just do the application. At the end of the application, you will find a form where you can find 2 codes that you have to repart in the system just to validate the applications. Okay, so have I say the English Turkey test is compulsory because if you do not take the test, we do not consider your application. It's selective because you have to take at least 10 in order to consider eligible. So, as I already said, you just have to go to the CISIA website, choose the location and the date where you want to do the test, you pay €30, and then you will do the test online. So, the COVID will be online, so you will do it okay at home, with your laptop. Please be aware that if you want to do a test on a specific date, you have to book the test at least 1 week before. So registration closes 1 week before the exam date. So if you want to do il pallino rosso, okay. So if you want to do the test on Monday, you have to register on the previous Tuesday. If you want to do the test on a date that is on Tuesday, you have to register within the previous Wednesday, and so on. And then how to prepare the English Turkey. As I said before, on the TISA website, you can find everything. So the practice and placement area, you have the Federica web learning for the mathematics area. But then we suggest also to use the highest preparation course for what regards the verbal compression. You can also use the SAT or ACT preparation course for the logic and mathematics part. You can find everything online, so not worry. We do not request any English language certificate, so don't worry if you do not have any official certificate. It's not mandatory for our selection procedure. And then that's all.
We make one question. Is the talk English Turkey equal to the Turkey?
No, exactly. So be aware that when you register for the test, you have to choose the English Turkey. Because there is also the Turkey, but it's in Italian, and it is valid only for the Italian taught bachelor course. So please check that the test is the correct one, otherwise we cannot consider your application.
Somehow, if we propose a test that is in English, at the same time we assess your basic knowledge on that area and the English. So are two different driving licenses. So we accept the one that is the English Turkey, not the other one. Yes. Just to avoid confusion, because otherwise, I don't know, I go online. Yes, Turkey, I select for Turkey, but I realize at the end that it's not it's not good for the buy, and in that case, maybe I just wasting time and money because I have to repay for another course, for another exam that can be avoided.
Okay, another important thing is that what happens if you are not satisfied with the English Turkey results? You can retake it because the test can be taken once per month. So you will do now the test in April, you are not satisfied, you can retake the test in May, and you can apply on the second round. Also, what happens if I participate on the first round but I'm not a winner? If you are eligible but not a winner, you can decide to participate again on the second round with the previous test result or by retaking the test. The only risk is that we will consider the last result and not the highest one. So if you will retake the test, the result will be lower, we will consider the second one. So it's up to you.
Okay, so an example. I participate for the first round. My point is 14. It's not enough because I have 100 people better than me. Okay, what can I do with this 14? I can simply apply to the second round with the same test. I don't have to redo it again. Or maybe I think, okay, if it was not good or if I can do better than 14, I will do again the test. If the second test will be 18, more than 14, this is valid. If the second test will be 10, when it was 14, it's 10 that count. So it's not the best of the two. Most of the time, if you repeat, you're more skilled, so it should be better. But in case for some reason it will be worse, it's just the last certificate, the last driving license that can be used. Okay.
There is something else. Everything is clear?
Any question? Yes.
How many people try to access the course?
Okay. Which are the statistics?
Usually not double, but we have more applications than candidates.
Okay, so the first round is a bit complicated because we have the 35 places for foreign students that are out of the count. But probably we have a double request than available spaces.
We are already on 100 applications.
But I still suggest you to take to try the first round because you have more chances. Okay, so please, if you're able to do it in the first round.
It's an additional option. So if the first round, maybe in the first round I take 18. Maybe it's not enough, but I can use it for the second. If you just wait the second because you think that in that case will be less competitive, in that case, yes, but you have lost the chance to make the test, and maybe the first time you do the test is not the best one, so you lose the chance to repeat it. So our suggestion is to be not too much competitive, just focus on yourself. So just enroll, make practice with the test, check how good you are. Once you have an idea, you do the test. If you do the first round and you pass, we'll accept it, that's done. It's done. So you just complete your high school, if you need to complete your high school, and you already know that you have your seat ready for the course. Of course, that's another point. We know that you can make a test, and you are eligible, so you have your driving license, you have your seat, but maybe you decide to don't enroll. Sometimes can happen because students can make different university competitions. So I did my application in 3-4 programs, and finally I decided to apply to another program. In that case, your free seat, the one that will become a free seat, will be used again at the end of the selection procedure. In that case, in the third round. Yes, yes. If we have another, but yes. Okay. Okay, because we have the minimum to be eligible is 10. But in the first round, the last students enrolled the last year was around.
It depends on the round because it depends also on the number of applicants. Last year, the average was 16.
16.
In each round, but average.
So it's not just the top 5% of application will be enrolled. In that case, you need to pass the minimum, but the minimum is quite low. We think that if you don't pass the minimum, it's better that we don't give you a seat, because otherwise it can be a quite complicated stuff. Because if you don't pass the minimum, it means that you don't have the basic to fully attend the courses and take the most from the course. So in that case, maybe it's better to be more ready for next time. Next time can be the next time you do the exam. So in the meantime, maybe you didn't have a good score because you were just not familiar with the test. Or for students that enroll from other countries, maybe I just realized that the level is still too high for me. So I can take 1 year to be more strong in mathematics, in logical, or whatever, and apply the next year. In the next year, I will be more ready to take the most from the program. But the point, the score, if you pass the minimum and you study a bit, should be enough. It's more, it's like a driving license. You don't have to be a Formula 1 driver. You need to know the basic of driving. So what will happen if I turn the steering wheel left, right? This is something that we require. Yes?
Is this course available part-time?
Sorry, is it?
Is this course available part-time?
It is available part-time. I don't think we make a difference between part-time and full-time, but in terms of the length, because sometimes programs make a difference. So for part-time, it's not 3 years, it's 5 years. We don't have it, but we do not require the attendance of the course. So if you are not able to attend and you want to,
Could I potentially be doing it in another country and then come here and do the exams?
Yes, that's something we accept. And as I was trying to explain before, and that's how we will. If we go on with the blended mode, even if I have my job, I can study only out of the working time. In that case, I have all the materials online. The classes will be recorded, so I can watch it in the evening. Probably it's not like the real time, the live experience, but it's something that can make me do what the course requires. So of course, that's true for any students that in the meantime works. In that case, it's a double effort because I have to work and I have to study. It's more difficult, but we try the best to make even the experience a good experience for the kind of students. Technically, in practice, all the materials are available online. The classes will be available online as a streaming or as a video recorded. And the exam will be on site. So far, I think that the last time where we accepted exam online was in January. The exam will be on site. So, but consider that exams are usually in a very short period of time. So maybe in 10 days are the days where if you arrive the day before the first exam and you leave the day after the last one, in a couple of weeks you can do everything. But we think that exam is a sensitive task. So exam must be on site to be credible.
Lessons are not like streaming; they're just recorded, and you can have it.
No, we stream, but so if you want to attend in a live streaming, you can do it. In that case, you can interact with even with teacher. You just switch on your microphone and you do your question, and or you just. We don't like that you use the chat because as a teacher, if I'm having my class, I cannot look at the chat at real time. But if you switch on your microphone, you make your question, and you switch on your camera, you can do it. But I was just thinking that, okay, if my class, if the class time overlap with my job time, in that case, I can do it. What if I cannot attend? If I cannot, I have the recording of the class. If the class is something that I cannot attend physically because 5 minutes after the end of the class, I have to be somewhere else to start my job, in that case, I can attend online in live streaming. That's the way we try to make it affordable in terms of time management for part-time students. But we don't have once you enroll, there is not a clear distinction between how many part-time students, how many full-time students. We have students, we know that some students have special needs and we try to address in that manner.
But even before the pandemic, I was in the first year and I was a student that actually worked. I still work, but the university still gives me the opportunity to recover everything that I had to. So I'm okay with my exam. I'm fully in my third year, so no worries.
From this point of view, probably it's a plus even the number of students, because we have a threshold that is 200 students. Some other programs are much bigger. That, of course, is positive for university. We have more teachers, but if I have a class and I have 400 students, in that case, it's physically impossible to have a one-to-one relationship with all the 400 students. In that case, it's much more feasible. It's much more feasible because they are just up to 200. Not everybody has special needs, so in that case, the number of special needs compared with the number of teachers is a ratio that is pretty small. So it's much more easy to do it. Those are easy questions. So if you have other.
Okay, no, students from Teams can use the hand option. I don't know if they know.
Sorry. No, now we can see the chat, but.
No, I just want to see if they use the hand, but no question.
No.
We can just show the academic calendar.
Yes. Oh, yes. So if you decide to enroll in the BAE, what's the timing, what's the schedule of our academic year? We start in September, and we have the first week that is a sort of warm-up. So we know that mathematics is always challenging, more or less, for people. In that case, we have a first week, because we start the pre-courses in September 1st, that are just few days, 10 days before the first module. So if I want to check if my mathematical skills are already good enough, or if I want to fix some details, we have a pre-courses. This is not an exam. This is just something that helps you to align with the basic needs to attend the course. That will be. We say that in the first module you will start with mathematics, because we consider mathematics as a toolbox. So mathematics is something you will need once you approach business, finance, economics. So it's better to develop these skills since the beginning. The first and the second semester. So the academic year is split in two. Each semester has a first half and a second half. So you have 4 quarters during the year. The first semester goes from September, the mid-September, to usually the end of October. after the first module. The first module is over October 21st. The second module starts October 31. It means that we have around 10 days between one and the other. What does it happen in these 10 days? Exams. We propose a structure that is based on I focus on a course. At the end of the course, I will have my exam. Once I pass my exam, I will go on with another one. So you don't have to wait at the end of the semester to take your exam. Your exam can be done right after the end of the course. We suggest to attend the course or to study during the course. As soon as the course is over, I have 10 days. In these 10 days, I do my exam. Accomplish my mission? Yes. I go on and I will go on with other exams. What if I fail this exam? What if I cannot do this exam because I'm working, I'm overloaded with other stuff? In that case, you will have the chance to make an additional attempt at the end of the semester. So, we propose a schedule that makes you able to make a test right after each test. So, I don't have to make multiple exams in a single short period of time. You have, I think the first module is 3 courses.
Yes.
Okay, 3 courses from mid-September to mid-October or 20 October. After that, I will have my exam. I will move on with the other 3 in the second half of the semester. After the end of the first semester, that will be December 9. From December 9 to Christmas time, I will have my additional exam. Then we have from 12, 21st, okay, the second block of the exam. Then after Christmas time, after the Christmas break, we have another period of time to recover exam that I didn't pass or I didn't do before. After that, we start with the second half, so with the second semester, and we move on with the same structure. We arrive to summertime, so usually we have exam until July. Yes. Then September 4 to 15 is one core for the exam. So you have the chance to do the exam and pass the exam right after the course. If it doesn't happen, you have the chance to recover in the next semester, at the end of the semester or at the end of the year. Because if you have an exam in September, in the first half of September, that's the point in time where the new year is still not yet started. But if you need to fix some exam, you have 15 days before to start with the next year. We try to make students able to start a new year when the first year with all the exam has been cleared. So no debt that I have to recover and go on. We try to make every single experience of the year accomplished at the end of the year. So once I start the new year is the second level of my program or the third level of my program. Even because it could happen that the second year is not something you will do in Rome. Maybe you are in a double degree, so you will be in St. Petersburg, or maybe you are just overseas and you will be in Korea, or will be in, or you have a Erasmus program. So maybe in the next 6 months you are not here because you are in Barcelona or you are in Paris. In that case, we prefer that every year is closed at the end of the year in terms of exam, because doing so will be everything will be much more easy. It's a bit complicated if I have to leave for the Erasmus, but I still have to do mathematics. That case is a bit complicated to manage. But you have one attempt at the end of the course, another one at the end of the semester, another one at the end of the year. So in that case, the chance that you remain behind with one or more exam is more a rarity. It's not something that it can happen because who knows in life, maybe you had a bad year, but on a standard base is not what we experience with our students. The contacts are the one. Okay, the slides are available online on our website, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
I have already recorded the event,
Okay.
Online, so you can watch it.
So if you want to come back on something that I said and going from the lawyer say, Professor Nicolini said that, you can do it. We have a video that is available online. Okay, in the meantime, that you think if you have any other question, once you are here, we invite you to just have a tour of our university. You can just walk around, see the study room, see we have on the other side we have the libraries, the computer room, maybe it's on the other side, but if you where the laboratory, the language laboratory that is the third floor, so you can just walk around and see even the facilities that we have. We know that the university experience is not just how nice are the buildings, as exactly as the quality of education is not that the building is new and the chair is pretty new. It's not the chair that makes you a good student. It's the quality of teaching. But if I can see it in a very nice and comfortable place, it's better. If I have a nice area during summertime, is better. So my suggestion is, okay, I can spend a few minutes just walking around and see if that is not just a fake, it's not just this fancy room, the rest is just crumbling. No, the building is quite in well condition, even because we are a young university, so less than 40 years. And the Faculty of Economics is even younger because we celebrated 25 years just a couple of years ago. Yes. So all the structure are pretty new and we try to preserve it. So the thing that we don't like is that you take notes on the desk because it's not, if you do it, we have to replace the desk every year and we don't like it. We prefer to invest our resources in other services. But just take a look of our faculty just to see what you can expect from the Vergata if you decide to enroll in our program. Yes?
How many exams do you have per module?
How many? Exam.
It depends on the year, but should be, yes, up to 4, 3, 4 for each one. Yeah. But there will be also, for example, pre-exams, so you will be able to divide the amount of side.
Yeah, that's another point, because an exam can be a 6 credit or a 12 credits. 12 credits is a double size course. In that case, most of the time, okay, the 12 credits will cover 2 modules. So the 12 credits will not start September, October, but will arrive to November and December because it's a double course. In that case, most of the time you have a midterm exam, so you did the first 50% of the course. In the week of the break, you can make just this midterm that will cover the half of the exam. It means that if you pass this exam at the end, so in December, you can make just the second half of the exam, and the average of the 2 exams will be the final score. If I didn't pass, or if I do not attend the first midterm, I just make the full exam in December.
It's completely up to you. It's one of the, I think, at least for me, one of the good part of the university. You decide.
Yeah, that's the point that you will experience directly as a university student. Everything is much more flexible. That sounds like positive, but if I can choose for myself, I need to be organized and I have to be tough with myself. So if you don't have a scheduled exam, oral exam, or there is nobody that will tell you, you must study. It's something that you know. So it's free. If you attend the classes or not, nobody will just blame or will not call you at home. Why are you not attending class? This is up to you. You are free to attend or not attend. We like, and usually our students attend our courses, but you are not monitored. You can do the exam, you don't do it. If you don't do not even one exam, in that case, probably in that case, not even one, you will receive a call and we try to figure out if something is going wrong. But otherwise, you have to be the captain of your ship. So you have to plan your exam. You know that you have different dates. Maybe sometimes some students prefer to make mathematics first, then I do business. Some others say no. I prefer to make first this exam, first the business, then I will do mathematics. But this is something that is absolutely up to you. So the different experience between the high school students and the university students is even the capacity to manage your time. We try to help you to give you some suggestions, but this is something that usually is one of the skills you have to develop once you approach university. You are more independent, but and we try to help you to learn how to manage this independency. But that's a difference with the high school. Any other question?
You can take advantage of Georgia.
Yes.
She's a third year
Probably,
student, so.
probably some of you just wait that we leave, me and Sia will leave, and Georgia will remain a few minutes for the very nasty question.
Yes.
They don't want to do it, but it's fine. But it's fine. So welcome for coming. Welcome again to Vergata, and if you have the chance, then just take a walk around and see what Vergata is. Speak with Georgia or with any other students. They don't bite too, so if you just make question or if you just see what our students are doing, so you will find students that are studying in the study room. Maybe somebody else just chatting because now we're approaching the end of the day, so the classes start to be over. Yes.
Is it possible to participate to a lesson?
Yes.
Yes. Classes are open. So if you want just to make a trial, just a test of a class, you can come and you can attend. No problem.
On your website, you find it in table.
Yes, if you want to know what class I want to attend, you know, on the website every day of the week, every day of the course. So every class will be, I don't know, maybe most of the time we try to have a standard schedule. So my course is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11 to 1. But sometimes it can happen that 1 week you have even the Thursday class. But all the calendar is online and all the room or the class will be already available on site. That's a good strategy.
Next week we have exams, so we're not here,
Yes.
but we're not doing the.
Not the next week, but if you wait another week,
Yes.
you will have
We
the.
will start again in the 11th of April.
Yes, and in the 11th of April, you will have just a fresh start for new courses, or you have the second module of the long courses. As I'm teaching Introduction to Finance, it's a 12 course. We just completed the first half. We have 1 week on the break, and we'll go on with the second half of the course. So you can choose and see what's the difference, if really the teacher, the professor are nice or not. So it's like having just a trial period, a period where you can just taste if it's good or not. Like when you buy on Amazon, you can buy something, if you like, you take, otherwise you give it back. In that case, you don't have even to buy. You can attend for free. But you don't take your degree. Okay, that's a good strategy. That's a good suggestion. Okay, so, oh yes, that's the timetable of the courses we have. And okay, I don't think that they can read because I cannot do it from here. But on the website is everything is available. If you have any question, any further question, do not hesitate to let us know. We are happy if we receive questions. Yes.
Most of the exams are oral or written? It depends.
No.
It depends, of course. There will be exams in which you will have also oral part. It depends basically on the exam that you're facing. But for example, when we were in the pandemic, all the exams were both written and oral. But now I think that the majority of the exam will be held in a written manner. Or it could happen that the first call after the course will be written and the other ones will be oral exams. It's up to the professor.
Yes, but anytime you have the syllabus of the course, it is declared which is the testing option. So you know that if I attend this course, especially for the optional course, because in that case, maybe I prefer oral exam or I prefer written test. So maybe it can be a strategy to choose an exam that fits more with my attitude. So in that case, I know since the beginning that this exam will be written, this exam will be oral, this exam will be written and oral, another exam will have some assignment during the course and an oral part, but the testing methodologies can change time to time according with the preferences of the teacher. And sometimes some exams require an oral exam. In other cases, a written test is the one that fits the most with the content of the course. Just to make an example, maybe if I study something about law and I have to discuss about the functioning of a legal system, in that case, an oral exam will work better. In other cases, if I have to analyze a financial statement, this is just an analysis that I can do in a written form. So it depends even by the content, but it's decided time to time by the teacher, not time to time. It's decided by the teacher before the start of the course. So if I start attending a course, I know that for this exam, the exam will be written, oral, the mix, or whatever. Okay, we will just move out. Georgia will remain here for your answer. And in case you have other questions or other things you don't find on the website, just send an email, make a phone call, and Silvia and me will be happy to answer.